Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today is a Jay Jabbers. That means I have my camera, it's kind of impromptu, and I'm just going to jab what's on my mind. Today we're going to talk about the subject of there's no such thing as a perfect cloth diaper or a perfect cloth diaper insert. And then at the very end of this video, I will show you, I have a bunch of diapers here, I will show you a bunch of diapers that I use, that I like. Some I love, some are, what you talking about, sis? But I have some diapers here and I'll show you some things that I like, some things that are okay, and some things that I love. So let's get to it. I 100 full-heartedly believe that there is no such thing as a perfect cloth diaper. She agrees with me. There's no such thing, huh? And I get it, okay? When someone tells me they found the perfect cloth diaper, you best believe I'm going to be like, what is it? Please tell me, because I want to know too. I want to know what they think the best cloth diaper is. There's just that curiosity side of me that wants to know. But the other side of me also knows that there's no such thing as a perfect cloth diaper, and if you do find the perfect cloth diaper, it's not going to be perfect for everybody. So you could have the most beautiful watermelon, the juiciest, the sweetest, most delicious watermelon. And now I'm going to crave watermelon. But there's gonna be somebody in this world who still hates watermelon, so it doesn't matter how perfect or delicious or sweet that watermelon is, somebody in this world doesn't like watermelon. And if that's you, you're crazy. So if you see videos here on YouTube or you read blogs and they're like the top 3 best cloth diapers in the world, in the universe, you know, take that with a grain of salt, okay? It's very subjective to people's opinions, and what you see here on my channel is also extremely subjective to my opinions and my experience. It doesn't matter if I cloth diaper 10 children, my opinion might differ from each child. And that's the point of this video, is that there's no such thing as a perfect cloth diaper. I know some of you guys don't like to hear that. You want to know what I think is a perfect cloth diaper or the best cloth diaper, and to be honest, there's not a cloth diaper that I'm like absolutely in love with or wowed by. I've tried tons of brands over the years. Everything wears down over time, and some things better than others, and some things fit better at this stage and this stage. But I think that's just the main point that I have with this, is that there's no such thing as a perfect cloth diaper. And if you don't like to hear that, I'm sorry, but you can find that out for yourself. You can try a bunch of things, and you know, it's kind of a experimental thing. You might find the perfect cloth diaper that works for 5 of your children and you just loved it with all of them. That's absolutely a possibility. We all have different opinions and different tastes and things, and that's so important. I want you guys to keep that in mind when you watch my videos. I know some of you guys want my opinions on tons of different things, and my opinion is just an opinion. It's really not worth more than anybody else's opinion, and I say that a lot, and I truly mean it. There are so many different opinions out there, so just take my opinion with a grain of salt in a collection of opinions. So get a bunch of people's opinions on a certain product before you try it. Don't just take mine and assume that it's cool. When I talk about products, I like to talk about the pros and cons, so I think that's why some of you guys like to hear my opinions, because I'm not 100% biased on things. I do see the downsides to products, because I don't believe there's such thing as a perfect product. There are some products that I really like, but there's also a downside because not everybody likes those products. So I try to be mindful of that when I do reviews or I talk about products. If you're interested in a product or you want to know people's opinions, go to a cloth diapering group on Facebook, go to Baby Center in their cloth diapering group and just ask what people think are the best cloth diapers, and you're going to get so many different opinions, and just kind of round it out from there. Do your research on those brands. Alright, and now let's get into the second half of the video, because there's a lot of diapers here and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, and it's going to be a long video. Okay, first I'm going to start off with some absorbencies. These are all diapers that I like, or I love, or just kind of meh, but I have in my stash, and I kind of want to talk about it. I do believe a lot of these things have their pros and cons to them, and I'll try to do my best while rushing through it all. A lot of you guys know that I love flats, so that's the majority of what I'm going to talk about when it comes to absorbency. I love flats. I have a huge variety of flats, but there are a few pre-folds that I kind of like. Back in 2016, when I cloth diapered my 2-year-old, I loved pre-folds with her. I will use newborn size pre-folds for the newborn stage, but outside of the newborn stage, I only use size small. Just kind of a personal preference. In 2016, I loved Cloth Ease and Diaper Right Bamboo. Loved those two. I don't really reach for those as much nowadays. The one that I'm really liking now, I've been using since she was a newborn, is the Imagine size small bamboo. There has been some shrinkage. Nothing too significant though. And with bamboo, things do shrink, so I do expect that to happen over time. But this is really thick and very absorbent, so I really like these Imagine bamboo size small pre-folds. There is another pre-fold that I'm loving as well, and it's the Smart Bottoms hemp pre-fold. I have all the sizes, size small, medium, and large. I enjoy them all. They all have different purposes in my stash. This is the size small, and it's holy. It is holy. If you saw my 2018 cloth diaper stash video, I threw away my diaper stash. This was part of that whole mess. So this one got bleached so many times and stripped, and that's why it's holy. I have a few others that weren't part of that aren't holy, but I think that's kind of the nature of the fabric, just realistic, like things could get holes over time. But these got holes because I tried to salvage these and not throw them away, and I'm hanging on and using them because they still work, they're still absorbent. I've been using those for about 3 years or so. When Hazel was about 18 months, I invested in a bunch of these. She's 4 now. I still love these. I think they're great. They're a staple in my stash. I would definitely recommend them. For a hemp pre-fold, I think they're a great price for the quality and absorbency. Actually, the Cloth Diaper podcast, I'll link her channel down below. She did absorbency testing on these, so definitely go check that out. And I'm the type of person that likes a variety in her stash, so I'll never be like streamlined with a stash, one brand of pre-fold or one brand completely in my stash. I like having the variety because I think they all serve a different purpose. A flat that I absolutely love are my DIY stretchy flats. I have a very detailed video about that if you guys want to know about DIY stretchy flats. I'll try to remember to link that down below. These are great. These are a little bigger than what I need them for because I mainly just pad fold them, but they're extremely absorbent. I love them. And while we're talking about stretchy flats, I do have a few work-at-home mom stretchy flats. A few of them are out of business. I didn't bring my Stashify one in here because they've been out of business for years, so you can't even find it. But I enjoy my Stashify stretchy flat. I have this Moonglade Stitchery hemp bamboo stretchy flat. She's also out of business, but love this. I've been thinking about buying my own bamboo hemp blend fabric and just making my own stretchy flats from home out of that material because it's very absorbent and I really, really, really like it. I also have this Glitter Farts stretchy flat. These are okay. These were probably the silkiest stretchy flats I've ever had in my stash. Like when I first got them, they were prepped and ready to go for me so I could put them straight on the butt, and then they were just so silky soft. I have never felt a stretchy flat quite like that. I also have this hand-dyed stretchy flat from Nikki's Knickers. I love this. The colorway on this is absolutely gorgeous. There are tons of work-at-home moms that make stretchy flats, and lately it's just been a really hyped up thing where people are buying hand-dyed ones, and I totally get the hype because these are beautiful. My favorite non-stretchy flat is from Green Mountain Diapers. It's the cotton muslin flat. I absolutely love it. I don't have it clean. I do have a muslin flat here, so let's pretend that this is the Green Mountain Diaper one. The muslin flat holds about the same as a medium pre-fold, so it holds a lot. It's very budget friendly and I highly recommend it. It's not available in any other countries outside of the United States, I don't think, so that's a bummer if you live outside of the States. But if you do live in the United States, I highly recommend it. They also have a great resale value. They wear excellent over the years. I highly recommend Green Mountain Diaper products. I love their muslin flats. Probably my next favorite non-stretchy flat is the Diaper Right Bamboo Flat. Love these. I have the size large. It's incredibly absorbent. It's huge in size. Excellent flat. I think Diaper Right does free shipping right now. Diaper Junction. Diaper Right is a brand of Diaper Junction. I'll link them down below. And then my next favorite non-stretchy flat are the Nikki's bamboo flats. I really like these. They're very comparable to the Diaper Right ones I just showed you, but these are a little smaller. And then these next two are Geffen. I use these for nighttime. I have the Jersey hemp flat, which I've been using since Willow was a newborn. These things have gotten so much love. I also have the Geffen Fleece Flat. This is more absorbent than the Jersey Flat. It's also size bigger than the Jersey Flat. These are pretty pricey. I did do a review on them. I will leave that review down below. They're not the most budget-friendly diapers that you can have out there, but you know, for a hemp flat, I really like these. As for inserts, I don't ever use inserts by themselves. I have the Geffen hemp insert. This is the quick absorber. And I also have the newborn. I think this is the newborn quick absorber as well. I use these as doublers for the nighttime diapers, and I really love these. And then I have a Thirsties hemp insert, which I also really love, but this thing has lost like 2 layers of it. I bought these used like this 4 years ago, and they're still going. I still use it. Still works. Might be holy, but it works. So now I'm going to get to some absorbencies that, you know, I like. They're not the best, but I still like them. I still use them. I still reach for them. So I have this Nikki's Diapers muslin flat. I really like this. I wouldn't say I love it because in comparison to the Green Mountain Diaper flat, it doesn't compare. Like the Green Mountain Diaper is far superior compared to this. This is more affordable than the Green Mountain Diaper one. So if you're on a tight budget, definitely check out these Nikki's Diapers muslin flats. I really like these. I used to love them because they were so fluffy and airy and soft. Now they're wearing down and they're thin, so they're not my favorite, but they do hold a special place in my heart because at one point I absolutely loved these. So I would recommend these Nikki's Diaper muslin flats. And this has stains on it because I don't have time to sun things right now. I just don't have time to do that. But here's the Diaper Right size small bamboo pre-fold. Yeah, I really like this. It's not my favorite anymore, but it does hold a special place in my heart because for years I really love this pre-fold. It's a great quality pre-fold. It's held up really well. It does have shrinkage, which pretty much you can expect that with all bamboo products. They will shrink, especially if you use hot water and high heat in the dryer, which I do both. And I'm surprised these aren't like that short, you know? I'm surprised they're not that short. Keep that in mind when you're buying bamboo. It shrinks, and for some people it's very annoying, and I totally get that. Next I have this Buttons bamboo pre-fold. It is wonky. It has shrank, however you say that. There's a lot of shrinkage, and it's all wonky, and it was buttery soft when I first got it, but I have a few of these, and they're all different sizes, and that bugs me. I'm afraid to see how small that will shrink in the next 6 months. I've had this for about 5-ish months now. There's significant shrinking. It's like 11 by 12 when it's originally about 14 by 15. So there's a lot of shrinkage with that one. I also like these Flip organic inserts. I forget what they're exactly called. What are they called? The Flip Overnight Organic Cotton Inserts or something like that. Flip is by Bum Genius. I've had them for a solid 3.5 years. I enjoy them. I like them. They're not perfect. The sizing's a little weird. I don't even know how to explain this fabric. It almost reminds me of a stretchy flat, but it's not stretchy. It just has that softness of a stretchy flat. Not buttery soft, but like soft-ish. I don't know how to explain that, but that's pretty good. The price is ridiculous, I think, personally. I think they're like, what, $10 a piece or something like that. Not worth that, in my opinion. I got mine used for about $5 each, which I think is a decently fair price. I didn't find them to be extremely absorbent for heavy wetters. I also have this Geffen hemp pre-fold. I also did a review on this. I'll leave it down below. I did a review on this with the hemp flats. I don't know. This is really absorbent, but I don't like the way that it wears. Just the feeling of the fleece has just gotten really rough over time, and it's sized so awkwardly. But it's ridiculously absorbent. If you have a heavy wetter, I highly recommend this. I have a size extra large. The extra large is like crazy bulky, but I think it can hold like 24 to 27 ounces, like a ridiculous amount. So if you have a heavy wetter, if you have a heavy wetter, I highly recommend trying out the Geffen hemp pre-folds. They're pricey. The fabric feels weird, and the sizing's weird, but the absorbency is there, and if you need the absorbency, I highly recommend checking that out. Oh, and I also have this DIY Moby flat. So if you have a Moby carrier, which is like a stretchy baby carrier, you can cut those up and make them into flats. I've been using it since she was a newborn. I actually really like these. I think if you have a Moby or you can find one for cheap, I highly recommend trying this out. I have mine in 24 by 24. You can cut them into other sizing, but I'm not really familiar with that. The edges don't curl at all, but the edges do have a little bit of strings. I don't know if you can see that. At first, when I tried this out, I was kind of iffy about it, but it gets a thumbs up for me. All right, I had to get her some fruit to munch on. I think she's okay for now. I think so. So I'm gonna show you a few diapers that I like and I love and that are kind of I'm only going to be going over pockets and covers because that was requested. I'm not really a lover of all-in-ones. I have a few all-in-ones in my stash. Just don't really love all-in-ones. So one of my favorite covers for a few years now, for solid 3 years, has been my Nikki's diaper covers. I love these. They've held up really great over the years. It's just one that I've liked through all of my children. It's not the best cover in the world, because I think that's subjective, but it is a cover that I've truly enjoyed through multiple children. As much as I hate the elastics on these, I like it. It's a good cover. This is the Flip cover by Bum Genius. It's not the best cover. Freaking love these stretchy tabs. I like the inner flaps on the inside. It's wide enough to put a lot of absorbency in it, but the elastics suck. Like, not much stretch left to these. I wish they would just truly invest in a good quality elastic. So there's a cover that I like probably as much as my Nikki's diaper cover, but I do have one of them that's like falling apart. So it's not something that I'm like shouting from the rooftops and recommending to everybody because it's falling apart. And the brand I'm talking about is Happy Flute. I really like these covers. They're very similar to the Nikki's diapers covers, except this has a flap in the front, but not the back. Nikki's has a flap in the front and the back. It's very affordable. You can find them for about $5 to $7 depending on where you're getting it from. But I have this cover. It's lemon cover. I've only used it a handful of times. I think I got it from Happy Behinds and it's totally fallen apart. The stitching has come undone here. And then also on the tab it's come undone. So there are two places on the tab and also in the front where it's come undone. This is nothing against Happy Behinds, but that is where I got this cover. I do think the reason why this cover did that is because this cover actually has some stretch to it. And that's one thing I loved about this cover. My other one didn't really have stretch to it. This one doesn't, but this one does. And I absolutely love that about this cover. And I think that's why some of the strings came undone, or why the seams came undone in a few spots, is because this PUL is actually stretchy, which I really like, but the fact that it came undone really sucks. So I probably wouldn't own a whole stash of those, and I wouldn't go screaming from the rooftops recommending it, but it is a cover that I do like. And then I have a Happy Flute pocket, which these are okay. I like the fit of these, the Happy Flute pockets. Not a fan of this tight elastic in the back. I like pockets with a big opening in the back. I don't like stretching this and stuffing things in there. Not my favorite. But I do like the fit of Happy Flute. And then I have pretty much my whole pocket stash is mainly Mama Koalas because one, Mama Koalas are affordable and cheap, and two, they have some of the cutest prints, which is why I own so many of them. The problem I do have with Mama Koala though, and this is not to shit on the brand because I've been a brand rep, but some of their diapers, not this one, but some of their diapers have weak snaps, which I've dealt with on quite a few of my diapers, which really sucks because then now I'm stuck with a bunch of diapers with weak snaps that I can't get rid of, and then I have to buy a snap kit to replace those diapers. Because some of those diapers I bought on the swaps, or I bought singles of, and there's no warranty on those unless I buy a set from Amazon, so it just, the weak snap situation kind of sucks. And also, this is a brand new diaper, it's never ever been worn. they don't have tight elastics, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but I did find after about 6 months of use that the elastics were wearing down. But look, they're not very big to begin with. This really isn't much stretch. What are you laughing at? This really isn't much stretch on a diaper, so I kind of wish they had more elastic in these. Not necessarily tighter, because Willow does have chunky legs, and so I find that these are gentle on her, but there's also not much there at all to begin with. So that's kind of my con with Mama Koala, is that some of them do have weak snaps, and sometimes you just kind of out of luck when you get those diapers, unless you know how to fix them, or unless you have the right tools to fix them. And I don't feel like spending 15-20 bucks to replace some snaps. Well, most of my pocket stash is Mama Koala, so it is a brand that I do like, but that's just kind of the cons to Mama Koala if you're looking into that brand. And here are some other diapers that are okay, that, you know, they do their job. They're not my favorite, but I still reach for them and I still kind of like them. So I have this Alva cover. Not a huge fan of these because these inner flaps are just so big. They go, like, we constantly get poop on these flaps, and they're just awkward. Just the way that there's only a tiny space in the middle. If you're tucking your pre-folds or flats in those flaps, there's only a tiny space where your baby can pee on it, and this front part always gets saturated. It's affordable, it's a decent cover, not my favorite. I hate these inner elastics. They're very cheaply made, they stain easily and they relax easily. The relaxing doesn't change the fit of it. To be honest, it doesn't change the fit, but not my favorite. I wouldn't personally build a whole stash out of it. I do have a few of them. Not my favorite, not the best cover out there that I've tried, but you know, it does work and it does its job. I also have Alva pocket diapers. Again, not my favorite. I actually use all of my Alva pocket diapers for nighttime. They are generously sized. I also don't need a hip snap, don't ever use it. There's a waist snap, a leg snap, and also a hip snap. Don't ever use that hip snap. I also have this Luladoo convertible cover. I don't know where my snap-in piece is. I just had it, and honestly, I don't feel like searching through this. So I will put up a picture up for you guys. This is a convertible cover, so you can use it as a pocket or a cover. It has a snap-in fleece insert, which I think is really cool. I wouldn't have a ton of these, but I like the fact that I could use it as a pocket or a cover. If I want to use it as a pocket, I just snap in the fleece liner, and if I want to use it as a cover, I just snap it out. I think that's really cool. That's a decent cover. I actually have a review on it on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram down below and you can go check out that review. Next, I have this Lullaby baby pocket diaper. I've had my tiffs with Lullaby, okay? They changed their inner fleece. Their inner fleece used to be really nice. It used to be more like a micro suede, and now it gets really, really pilly after one wash. The fit is okay. It's not my favorite. The pocket opening in the front is small. I feel like it should be a little wider. There's a part of this fabric that's sewn shut. I feel like it could go all the way over on both sides. Same with the back pocket. It's not that it's a small pocket opening, but it could definitely be cut further. And on one of mine, I have ripped it further so I could have a bigger pocket. It's alright. It's on the pricier end. It comes with some bamboo inserts. I have a crap ton of these bamboo inserts because I used to have a huge stash of Lullaby baby diapers. But I do love the rainbow snaps. My husband likes that as well. So that is something that I do like because you can just tell them what colored snaps to put the tabs on when you secure it around baby. So I do like that feature. Ooh, I'm sweating. The stress. She's been crying off and on this whole video. She's so grumpy today. She's getting her top 2 teeth in, both of them at once. So I'm telling you, this stage of life right now is hard. I have so many ideas for videos, but none of it's happening. But you guys are parents, and I know you totally understand. This phase won't last forever. So the last diaper I'm going to talk about is the Thirsties pocket diaper. It's alright. I like the fit of it, but the design of it is a little different. This diaper has, this is the the one with the fleece lining. They just came out with a natural pocket diaper where the inside is not stay dry, but it has a pocket in the front and in the back, so it's like a tunnel. I bought this used, so the elastics on it aren't so great. Like, really not much give there. I thought it was in better condition, but you know, sometimes people on the swaps aren't very truthful when you buy diapers. Like, this part is like completely relaxed. It's alright. I think it's one of the only pocket diapers that I own that actually have a double leg elastic. You know, I probably wouldn't make a whole stash of it, but I do like the fit of it. I'm hoping I can edit this into something that makes sense, and hopefully you don't hear children screaming the whole time. As always, I'm going to try to mask it with music, so we'll see, but this is parenthood. And well, sometimes parenthood looks a little ugly. So I'll leave it at that. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.